industry, and they always talk about how bold and disruptive they are, except when it comes to things that might disrupt them. If they're going to be bold and disruptive, if they're going to change the world, and listen, I have to listen to it all day long about how amazing some photo app is. They should understand their leadership, and it's about leadership here. And it's not whether you're for or against Trump, because like that doesn't matter at this point now, does it? I think the point is that there are lots of issues that are critical to why Silicon Valley is so great.
Everything is just common sense. I gotta call Mr. Common Sense back here again, Mr. Common Sense,
and create jobs and do all kinds of things.
Mr. Common Sense, can you come on, please? Right now, it's not about Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton or nobody. This is about every one of us right now, and about America, that great nation, and about America rising up again and being great or greater than what it used to be. Hello, Mr. Common Sense, where are you? Come on over here. We need you, Mr. Common Sense. Jeez.
And the point is speaking
get the hit.
Holding our leaders and our business leaders and our government leaders accountable. And so I thank you for coming on. I thank you for that article. Keep it
Thanks
up.
a lot.
Thank you very much. When we come right back, the President Barack Obama vowing today to work for the rest of his life on his mentorship program for young men of color. But what will his legacy be on race in Donald Trump's America? We'll discuss.
Yeah, right. Mentorship.
Why have 2 million guys switch to Harry's razors? Because we give you less.
Yeah.
We make just one razor with 5 precision blades.
For real.
You need for a comfortable
because
shave.
some of us been writing letters to President Obama telling him that he was not a mentor or a role model to our children. So now he wants to continue, or he wants to work on his mentorship. You had 8 long years, buddy. Oh, yes, you did. You didn't work on your mentorship thing or your role model thing. Now you're going to work on your mentorship thing or your role model thing. Okay, it sounds a little bit okay, but it still sounds a little bit fishy, because I'm looking at it this way. If some of us wasn't going to be writing you and saying these things, I'm looking at it again this way. Were you ever going to think about that mentorship thing or that role modeling thing? Maybe, maybe not. But to me, it's a little bit too late. But like the people say, or sometimes they can say never too late. But it's just a saying to me. It's just words, because sometimes it really do get late. Okay? And action speak louder than words. Hello? Action speak louder than words. Hello? That's all I'm trying to say here. All right? Before you're going to be talking about your mentorship thing, you should have been talking about that long time ago, instead of fighting back and forth and putting ropes here and putting it on the other side. A little bit okay, but it's a little bit too late for all of that. But you can go ahead with your mentorship, whatever is your choice. Go ahead. We just want peace. America to have that kind of peace back again, that kind of love, loving one another, being the brother, sister, keeper, loving and caring about their neighbors, put down the guns and all the foolish killing, okay? All right? So, some of those things, we don't care right now. All right? You guys should have thought about that mentorship thing long time ago.
And palatial residences.
Hi, I'm Kaisa from Lone Star Mercedes-Benz, inviting you to watch Lone Star Mercedes-Benz Dream Homes on Shaw.
Yep.
Now more than ever, the history of Chicago. New Year's Day at 8 p.m. Eastern on CNN.
President Barack Obama is preparing to leave the White House in about 5 weeks, and today he announced his lifetime commitment to My Brother's Keeper. It's a mentorship program that he created to help young men of color.
I said it.
Here discussing it.
I said because some of us been talking about it and been writing him. Now he's trying to get it together a little bit. I said it. Should have been your brother's keeper a long time ago, Barack Obama. You should think or thought about the mentorship thing long time ago, Barack Obama. Or the leadership thing, you should have taken it to another level, like being a role model to those young boys out there. We have lost a lot of our kids, Barack Obama, and we still losing them. Okay, Barack Obama.
Most important task that we have as a nation. It is the single most important thing we can do for our country's future. This is something I will be invested in for the rest of my life, and I look forward to continuing the journey with it.
Harris, what's your reaction?
That is nice too.
Well, you know, Don,
those was the boys that went to see. If you guys don't know who the brother keepers are, let me just give y'all some little heads up. Those were the boys that went to speak to Donald Trump yesterday, and the older guy, Mr. Brown, he's the head of the I'm My Brother's Keeper. Barack Obama now trying to get involved after those people went to talk to Donald Trump yesterday for peace and for help for our black boys to put down the guns and stop killing. Now Barack Obama want to get involved. That boy Ray, he's a football player, and he went to the White House before sometime last month to talk to Barack Obama. Barack Obama did not come on TV until today because those guys went to Donald Trump to talk to Donald Trump yesterday. So now Barack Obama wants to come on TV. I told you I know about these Leo people. I know them very well because those boys and that man, Mr. Brown, it's on TV now with Donald Trump all over the place. Now Barack Obama wants to give in. That's good too. But it's a little bit too late, Barack Obama. It's a little bit too late. Okay? Because I remember that boy, Ray, and some other gentlemen, when they went to the White House. I got that video, matter of fact. I got that video on my page. When they went to the White House to speak with you, Barack Obama, but the same brother's keeper, you didn't participate or you never participated in it. Now, because you saw them, went over to Donald Trump Tower yesterday, and now you want to participate. Barack Obama, you slick. But some of us can read between lines. God gave some of us that gift. God gave some of us that vision. We can see things. We can sense it. Okay? We have that wisdom, that knowledge, and our understanding for some things. Not everything. And we just common, natural human being. But we ain't fool. But anyway, that's okay. If you say you're going to work with the brother's keeper now for the rest of your life, that's good. That's part of teamwork. You all can work together and also work along with President-to-be Donald Trump. It's going to make it even better. Barack Obama, put down the hit. Forget about the past. Move on and move forward. Barack Obama. Okay.
At the end of 8 years, his 8 years.
Okay.
You know, I think a lot of people came into President Obama's term in office thinking that a lot of things would change for the black community on a positive note. His legacy is going to be a mixed one, to be quite frank with you. And I think a lot of people are going to have mixed emotions about whether he did enough, whether he was quote unquote black enough, and whether he really used his political capital enough for the community. But what I will say is, anytime the president used the bully pulpit to address issues and directly impact the black community is a positive thing. That's why I was also proud when President-elect Trump talked about specific issues within the Black community. Some may go back and forth on whether or not he used the right tone or the right messaging, but I think it's always important that people in these leadership positions are always talking and trying to find solutions to do something about unemployment, to have mentoring programs, and to actually uplift our community, because we have to be focused on the least of these in our society.
But isn't it, Charles, when he's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't as president, because when he did things specifically, targeting the Black community, it was said, well, he's the president of all people. He's not just the president of Black people. That's what some conservatives and some people would say. And then, of course, African Americans would say, well, he's not doing enough for the Black community. He was walking a tightrope.
Well, I think that the biggest change, the biggest impact that this presidency will have is that it elevated the idea, the notion, the very real impact of structural racism in America. That conversation really took root during this presidency. And it's not just what he was saying. It was what Eric Holder was saying. It was what Loretta Lynch was saying. It was what the Secretary of Transportation was saying. It was what it felt like the entire government apparatus.
Thank you, Lord, for the gifts
woke up
of vision
and said,
you gave me.
We have to make
Thank you, Jesus.
Even
yes,
Tony
thank you, Lord.
Discuss this in terms
for that
of
powerful
the
gift,
relationship
Lord
between the
Jesus.
police and community
I may not look like anything, and I'm really not nothing. I'm just a simple, plain human being. Legacy, I was preaching about legacy the other day. Now look here. Barack Obama's legacy. And that would be good. Even though it's a little bit too late. Like I said, Barack Obama. But that would be good. He made a vow for you guys who missed the shore. Barack Obama made a vow to help the boys that went to Donald Trump Tower yesterday, and that man, Mr. Brown, with the brother's keeper, he made a vow, or he made a statement that he's going to help them for the rest of his life while he's out of the office, to help get our Black boys off the streets, to put them back at work, for them to stop killing and shooting one another. He said he wants to do that so that can be his legacy. So when he died, other people will have something to talk about. Which is not bad, but it's a little bit too late, Barack Obama. You had 8 long years. And you let our people suffer, and you saw that. You watched the news. You guys watched the news just like we watch the news. I ain't used to watch the news, and I always saying that. But a lot of older people, like my dad, he used to watch the news every single day, morning, evening, and night. That's how he keep up with his history, and that's how he kept up with the word information, and that's how he kept up with what's going on around him and around the world. And all the older people, and a lot of older people I know, love to watch the news. For me, I ain't used to like to watch the news because I felt that was too depressing. And every time you wake up in the morning, so you turn the TV on, something bad. I ain't wanted to be watching something that would ruin my day all day when I leave the house or when I go to work. I just get it on my mind. I be all disturbed. So for that reason, I never used to be into the news. But the older people, like I said, love the news. And Barack Obama, you guys love to listen to the news, and you have seen or heard how many people were dying up there in Chicago, Barack Obama, how many people were dying up there in Detroit, Michigan, Barack Obama, how many people were dying in Baltimore City, Barack Obama, how many people were dying right there in your face in Washington, D.C., Barack Obama, and you play and you play blind eyes and deaf ears. And now you want to wake up? Okay, that's fine. But to me, it's a little bit too late for you to wake up, because you play blind eyes and deaf ears for 8 years. Now you want to wake up. Those boys went to you first, Barack Obama, to the White House to talk to you, Barack Obama. I got the video. As a matter of fact, I got the video on my page, Barack Obama. When they went to you sometime last month, Barack Obama, you never came on TV to say nothing, Barack Obama. But because they went to Donald Trump and they all on TV yesterday and all on TV on the news. First thing this morning they were Barack Obama. Now you want to say something, Barack Obama? Huh, you little people. Little bit slick and willy, Barack Obama. But that's okay. At least you decide to work alone. Because all we want our country to be great or greater than what it used to be. That's all we want. So that's a good thing. It's not too bad. Maybe, like I said, it's still a little bit too late. But thank God you tried to get involved in it, Barack Obama. So we happy. We happy. All of you just need to work together, put your differences behind you, move forward, and move on, Barack Obama.
In 1989, Obama's first round of appointees included Eric Holder as Attorney General, Hillary Clinton as Secretary of State. And if you look at George W. Bush's cabinet, he chose Colin Powell as Secretary of State. So what's your reaction?
I mean, I think that when I look at President-elect Trump's cabinet selection so far, I see something that Americans should be proud about. He has 4 women that are qualified to be up there on that list. He has an African American, he has an Asian American, he has an Indian American, and Governor Haley. I think he is doing what he's always said he was going to do, is pick the most qualified people to serve in the cabinet. It's reflective of the type of people he had running his campaign. He had African Americans at Trump Tower. He had women. His campaign manager was a woman, and it's reflective of the country. And so I think it's a good thing that we should celebrate. Could he have selected more African Americans? Sure. Could he have selected more women? Sure. But I think we should celebrate the fact that we have Dr. Ben Carson there. We should celebrate the fact that there are 4 qualified women that Donald Trump, the president-elect, has selected. So I don't necessarily see this as a bad thing. I see it as a positive step forward.
He went through 2 white males first before choosing Kellyanne Conway. That was his last of campaign managers.
But the person who got him across the finish line, who was successful electing the president, was a woman.
Charles, looking at his cabinet picks, why do you think that Trump and his team have chosen primarily white CEOs and military men as advisors?
Well, I mean, let's start with this, and that is that at that level of government, there's no shortage of people who are qualified to do those particular jobs. It boils down to each president making a personal decision about who they feel most comfortable with, who they feel they could work with, who would advance their policies. If the vast majority of the people you feel comfortable with are people who look like you, who have the same cultural, economic experience as you, there's a lot of millionaires and billionaires in there, that says something about you. And you have to then do some work, some self-reflective work about what is this saying about me if I feel most comfortable with people who are the most like me? Because that is the exact opposite of what it means to value diversity. You know, if you've ever been a manager of any sort, no matter what level in economics or government, you understand that you can actually, even if you're in a homogenous area, you can find diversity if you look for it, if you value it. And this is a question about values. If you value it, you would have more people. That's just the way it is, because these are just personal choices, and there are more than enough people who are qualified to do these jobs.
There are 4 women. There are 4 women there. There's an African American. There's an Asian American. There's an Indian American. That's diversity.
Always
it may
had
not be the
issue
diversity that
with Donald Trump. He been having issue with Donald Trump. I've been listening to this man or this boy for a month now. And he has issue with Donald Trump because of something he said Donald Trump did to one of his friends. And Donald Trump didn't apologize. So he's stay upset with Donald Trump, and he will remain upset until Donald Trump apologizes. Hey, buddy, you can stay in your little tiny world, because if you guys don't learn to move on and stop holding grudge, stop holding on to things, learning to forgive your fellow men, learn to forgive your neighbors, and move forward, then, buddy, it's your choice. Nobody ain't got time for that. It's your choice. You deal with it. And Barack Obama because some of us been writing him and sending him messages, and he also on some of us Facebook account. He been reading some of these things, obviously, I assume. So now he wants to work alone with those boys that went over to Donald Trump's tower. Ray Lewis, he played football. Last month, I received his video when he was right in front of the White House with his partners, going in the White House to talk to Barack Obama, which was last month. Barack Obama did not come on TV or never say anything. But because Ray, the same guy, Ray, and the older guy, Mr. Brown or Grit Brown, and some other guys went over to Donald Trump Tower yesterday to talk to Donald Trump about the scene My Brother's Keeper, which is the organization that those guys have funded, going around all across the world, not just in America, all across the world, trying to help people put their guns down, stop killing, love your brothers, love one another, go to work, work hard, follow your dreams, get back their self-esteem. Those are some of the things that they do in My Brother's Keeper thing. So they went over, like I said, to Donald Trump Tower yesterday, and it was all over the news and everywhere. Now today, Barack Obama decided to work with those boys. It's a little bit okay, but it's a little bit fishy because, first of all, like I said, those boys went to the White House last month. They went to the White House. And he did not agree, or maybe he agreed at that time, but I didn't see it on TV. Now, he got on TV that he wants to work with those boys in a mentorship thing to help, to be a role model. And he wants to leave that for his legacy. So when he dies, people can get something to talk about, because we've been talking about legacy. I'm for one. I wrote a whole book on legacy. And I posted it on Facebook. And I made videos about legacy. And I put it on Facebook. Legacy is very important. Something people can remember you by. Even if that person is 100 years old. And when they remember you by that thing or by your legacy, and they can sit there and cry tears of joy, that is good. Now he wants to do it when he leaves the White House. That's okay, Barack Obama. It's better than fighting. If you ask me, it's better than you fighting all the time with the president-to-be, and you guys got all this hit thing going on. So if you ask me that's a good step. It's a little bit too late, like I said, but that's a good step. So one like me, I'm happy that you made up your mind to join along with those boys to help work with the My Brother's Keeper Association or My Brother's Keeper Foundation. That is good. That is wonderful. If you guys keep up the great work, I swear to God, America will be great or even greater than what it is. You guys just have to keep up the good work. Put all those ugly, nasty, evil, aggressive, rude, bad stuff behind. Time to move forward. You guys know how many thousands of people, especially young boys and young girls, die every day in Chicago, Indiana, especially in DC, Detroit, Michigan, Baltimore, Maryland. You guys know it. And y'all just sit there and think it's okay. It wasn't okay and it will never be okay. No. Some of you who know about the great man who wrote a lot of great philosophy, Mr. Julius Caesar. You gotta know about Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was a great man. He wrote a lot of great philosophy. And he said in one of his philosophy, the evil that man does live after them. Among all his things he used to write. For some reason, my dad used to like that, and I used to like that too, and I still like it. Lots of people don't know that the evil that man does live after them. They don't know. They don't want to believe it. But to be honest, that is so true. The evil that man does actually and seriously do lay after them. It lives after them. What that means? Because sometimes you might have been a bad person when you was young. So when you start to have your kids, maybe your kids would be the one who would be bad and it will hurt you. That's why it say the evil that man does live after them. Sometimes it might not be your kids. It might be your grandchildren or your great-grandbabies. You don't know. Lots of time people do evil. Sometimes it doesn't happen. No bad thing don't happen to them. So they just think it's okay. That's why Julius Caesar said that. Because you think you were so evil, you were so bad, and nothing happened to you. So, oh yeah, you think you're fine. No, you might not be fine because Julius Caesar said that the evil that man does live after them. So, even if it doesn't happen to you today, tomorrow, it might happen to you another day. Or me. I'm not saying you, me. I'm talking to any one person in particular. It's just a saying. Okay, let me put it this way. If it doesn't happen to me today, tomorrow, it might happen to me another day. So that's why the people say the evil that man does live after them. And that was Julius Caesar. He said that. And he was one of the greatest men too. A very powerful man. And he wrote a lot of great philosophies. Read about Julius Caesar. I can spell his last name because I have an accent. So it might not be the way you guys understand it. His name was Julius, Julius. His last name was Caesar. Julius Caesar. Caesar. So he was a man with great philosophy. He had lots of wisdom. Believe it or not. Okay? So that's all I got to say. President Obama decided to come on television to leave his legacy when he died. He wants to work with those boys that went over to Donald Trump's tower yesterday to work with them, to help them, to take our boys off the street, for our children to stop dying. Those boys have a foundation, or they have an association, or they have a society called My Brother's Keeper. And it's not just for blacks. You guys are like to throw the racist words around. Ain't just for black people. It's for everybody, all nationality. And the good thing about it, they believe and trust in God. They are Christian people. They prayed. They love God. So I love them for that too. They're not forcing anybody to love God. They ain't making anybody to love God. They just want everybody to start loving themselves again, to start cherishing themselves again, to start pampering themselves again, to start appreciating themselves again, to bring back their self-esteem, to bring back their own self-love, and more. They go all over the world, all parts of the world. It's not just for America. If you call them, you need help, you have some issue, you have some problem, you want them to come to your city or to your town or to your country, you call them, they'll come. But they're trying to work first and start first cleaning up their communication to be able to communicate with everybody first. They want to clean their communities too first. Get the crime out. And that was some of the same thing Kanye West said he went to talk to Donald Trump.